to the Wrestling Fan or Wrestling Show. I'm the big beefy boy, Shaz Beef, and today I'm joined by my fellow old buck in Morro. How are you, good sir?
I'm wearing my golf gear. I was going to go hit a few balls after work today, and then you threw up the bat signal.
Yeah.
You needed me.
Needed Morro.
And what did I do?
You fucking answered the call,
I
bro.
answered the call.
You answered the call. Well, I was meant to go training tonight, but I'm just out with physio, man.
You're bashed up.
Fairly bashed up. Bash of the beach style here.
Bash the beach. What happened to you? Shoulder, back,
Shoulder,
neck?
back, and my lower back, which is resulting in sciatica. But I just said I'd come and
You had that earlier in the year.
I had a herniated disc earlier in the year.
That's what it was. It wasn't sciatica. Sciatica's an awful fucking young.
It's a bastard, yeah. How are you anyway from annoying people on the internet again? You annoyed a lot of people with your Bret Hart take.
I know, but like, I have the expressly comfortable position of being correct. So,
Well, like a lot of people were throwing matches at you, but you were like fairly staunch in your...
Here's, I think, what people don't get. Within the whole history of wrestling, there is great matches, and most of Bret's matches are great, but there's like there's a tier above that. Do you get me?
Yeah,
like the Roddy match and those Mr. Perfect matches and even the Bulldog match, they're all great matches, but they don't get into that like upper echelon of like these all-time great matches.
Lots of people responded to our call out for comments. Thank you so much. We can go through a few of them here. Neil XCA says, in a kebab shop rules match, Shad's Beef for the win.
In a kebab shop? No, I'll never.
I'll just get your kebab, throw it away, and kick you in the shin. I'll win.
I did, yeah, but it was my birthday yesterday.
Happy birthday.
Thank you. And what did I do for my birthday?
Had a kebab.
Had a kebab.
Nice. No one threw it away on you.
Nobody threw it away. I tucked myself into a corner, nice and safe, back to the wall.
SEO 610 says, come on, Morro. Brett screwed Brett. You're not dropping the belt for Sean. You're dropping the belt for Vince, the company who made you what you are.
Sex pest.
Brian Dunn, I think chops are great as a way to just intimidate your opponent, like a bully character like Gunter just wants to show you how badly he can hurt you.
Yep.
Emma Casey from the 5 Marks, loving how often Kilkenny being a city comes up over the fact that there's 2 cathedrals.
2 cathedrals.
There's 2 of them.
Protestant and Catholic. I don't know which type of Protestant. There's just one.
Is there more than one?
Well, like, they have their own little various things within it.
Darcy Bison, he commented a few times, but... Brett needs to drop a certain amount of animosity was pretty much the...
Yeah, I would hope for Brett's sake himself that, maybe this is his gimmick and he's like genuinely at peace. You know what I mean?
Mark Dowd says, have to agree though, I would listen to a Bret Hart podcast.
100%.
I was listening on Spotify and had to show my appreciation here because Morro needs some YouTube support. Monday Night Wars are truly underway. The Bret Hart one didn't. Like, you were close, like.
There's only creeping up there.
No,
we had low live viewership this week.
Yeah, that's because I wasn't watching. I was training.
And Dumph wasn't watching. But in general, but a lot of people actually commented saying, "Can't watch live. We'll catch it tomorrow." So
no one commented that. David Ayres, Triple H purposely didn't give Bret a seat at SummerSlam. Kind of for the eye roll.
Bitch move.
Andrew Murphy, Masawa is only niche if you have a shit taste in wrestling.
No, who said that?
No, he says it's only niche if you have a shit taste.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, he's fucking correct.
Jamie B from Scotland, he was over in Ireland there. He says, firstly, drinking a ridiculous amount of pints at a Christian is not only acceptable, but expected. Correct. Should be commended. Bret is arguably the greatest of all time, and had his run lasted another 6 or 7 years, I don't think it would be an argument.
I have this what-if scenario in my brain that I think could have changed the course of wrestling history.
If he didn't get the stroke?
No. What if not Hogan, but Bret had gone to WCW when Hogan did?
Because there was talk before he said, well, maybe not before Hogan.
Yeah, but
94 you're talking about.
Yeah, but Bret's contract was up in 93 originally. Was it late 92?
That's not when he signed a 20-year contract.
No, that came later. So he had signed a 3-year or a 4-year extension.
Yeah.
Now, back in those days, a lot of people just did 1-year extensions.
Yeah.
So he might have signed a few 1-year extensions. But I think it was around 93 or late 92, Bret's contract was up. And there was an approach made, but not in like concrete or serious. But what if they'd never got Hogan and they got Bret instead? And the WCW in the 90s was actually built around Bret and his tastes in wrestling.
I don't think it would have.
I don't know if it would have reached.
Bret would have seemed to have suited Like the old WCW
Yeah,
wrestling.
you think of like young Steve Austin and Steamboat and Aaron Anderson all in with Brett coming in as the leader.
And Flair even.
And Flair. Like that could have been like, in my mind, a golden generation or a golden period.
Lots of people just calling you stupid on the internet
Yeah,
as well.
look,
a lot of abuse. And speaking of abuse, Triple H got a lot of abuse there recently.
Oh, this is the funniest thing.
A new home, a new PLE, a new era, a historic partnership, a major step towards the future. WrestlePalooza from Indianapolis. And just all the comments, like all the immediate ones.
Do you have the 4 screenshots?
I have them here, yeah.
Go to the last one.
I'm going to start from the top.
all of them.
So, fix the commercial Palooza poster. So it's just like it's just a poster with a load of stuff on it. But like, what I find interesting about this is that every comment is like a different gripe.
It's crazy.
So I'm not buying another subscription at 6 times the price of the current one to watch your product. This was a terrible idea. This is another comment. Running directly against AEW again, huh? Lol. Geeked out on wrestling. Showing celebrities before wrestling talent just shows what kind of a joke the WWE is. Yeah, but like Snoop Dogg and Jelly Roll are the first 2 people that you see in that.
The next guy is an American footballer.
So Clear says, so we are like doing cable PLEs, or is it ESPN? Because if we start doing cable PLEs, we're back in the PG era again. New commercials, lots of commercials, premium commercial event. Oh, and did I mention commercials? What a great one. This is going to be fire. Can't wait for all the views and the record-breaking gate attendance records. And I can't forget about all the celebrities in attendance like Jelly Roll and Dana White, etc. This is going to get so many views on social media. Fire. Different comment. Why is the booker shown first in a hype video for a company? Are we that egotistical? Therapy seems like an easier option. And finally then, JJ, oh, shut up, Triple H. You're about to see a lot of people using VPN.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah, they are. Younger audience.
It would just make more sense, isn't it? Like, like from an actual...
Well, like, to add to that, so this ESPN deal wasn't supposed to start 2026.
It's starting
with this.
Oh, with this,
with this, yeah. So, the reason being they can start now is, and it kind of shows a bit of foresight on their part.
Yeah.
They added the women's one, Evolution.
Right.
So to get the contract done quicker, to be able to start on ESPN to go against All Out.
Oh, so they had to like...
They owed them shows.
Okay.
So they threw in Evolution last minute, both to counter-program UAE and also to allow them to go to ESPN to have a stronger counter-programming against All Out. So they fed the women to the wolves again, essentially. Like,
really?
Yeah.
Just going back on does Bret Hart moan too much? And remember, we said Big Vito was the one that commented.
Yeah, did you see the response? There's another one.
Dax said, I think the most damning thing you said about Bret was you modelled your wrestling after him.
That's fair. No offense to Big Vito, but I don't see a whole lot of Bret there.
King Ricochet said, yeah, no way I was reading all that nonsense.
Also, is it this one? Yeah, Bladeheart, Bret's son,
right,
responded to Big Vito's one as well. He said, my dad doesn't even know who you are because you never had a memorable match in your career. You can don these nuts on your face. punching pretty far for a squash match, jabroni, haha. You couldn't lace up Bret Hart's boots on your best day, brother. That's Bret's son. I don't know what age he is. I hope he's like 12 or something.
Yeah, that's brilliant. He's definitely not 12 because I've read about him in the book.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, that's a lot of the kind of the stuff that's happening within the wrestling zeitgeist. You're probably going to cover it on All Elite Morro.
Yeah, I'll be covering like the All Out stuff because I think that's true. Like the WrestlePalooza counter programming All Out. I think that's tremendously interesting, particularly because it seemed Dynamite. I thought was a little bit messy last night in the sense that what they did with Hangman MJF felt like a total pivot from previous weeks, and I think they're pivoting so they can do Hangman MJF both at Forbidden Door and then potentially all out. And I think that is smart.
Is that big enough draw? Is that bigger than Cena and Lesnar?
It doesn't matter if it's bigger.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because people who buy All Out or people who buy AEW pay-per-views, are they the same people who are going to want to watch Lesnar and Cena?
Yeah, but there's definitely going to be like a crossover. There's going to be a massive crossover.
I don't think a massive crossover.
And I think there's going to be a morbid interest in Cena and Lesnar.
There will be as well. Now, think of it from a perception point of view, though. If you were booking AEW and WWE are counter-programming you and they're going to do Cena and Lesnar, very much a nostalgia match. The best thing you can do is to main event against that with two of your young homegrown talent.
Yeah.
So I would personally, if I was Tony, book either Hangman versus MJF or Hangman versus Swerve. I know Swerve isn't technically homegrown, but he feels AEW.
Yeah, I get what it's interesting in the same way Stone Cold was homegrown.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
but like what I find interesting is WWF. It seems like WWF or WWE now are what WCW was.
This is my greater point.
AEW is what the Attitude Era, where they're creating new stars. Now, I'm not saying WWE aren't creating new, but they are relying heavily on people who have been there for a long, long time.
Particularly this year.
Yeah. Well, like with Jey Uso, he's been there fucking, 13 years or whatever.
Yeah. Like my kind of direct comparison in my mind was the Monday night before WrestleMania 15, the first Rock Austin match, WCW like panicked. And I think it was this weekend. No,
because they're already losing steam because of the Tyson stuff.
Yeah, exactly. Before. And this may have been maybe a little bit earlier.
That was 99, sure.
Yeah,
so
this happened 98 or 99 anyway. There was a big Stone Cold against another youngish WWE homegrown talent main event coming up. And they were obviously going to do the closing angle on Raw the week before, the go-home angle. And WCW tried to counter program that angle by putting in like a 6-man tag with like fucking Hogan, Nash and Hall versus Macho Man, Sting, and you know what I mean? Like loaded with, but it at the time it also felt like, well, like these are guys from the 80s, and over here you have fucking Stone Cold Steve Austin and
people,
something fresh. I think like this could actually be a really good chance for AEW to like have a little bit of a fight back in the war in terms of perception.
It's like Drew and Cody, which is also the purported one. Is that not like, because they have two titles, they're in a very cool position that they can have like two main event level matches.
Yeah.
So like, the Cody and Drew, even though they've been around for a long time.
Do either of them feel hot to you at the moment?
I kind of tuned out with WWE. And I've tuned, and I was saying that after SummerSlam, I was like, I'm actually just tired of watching television wrestling.
Well, like I find even like 2 hours of a television show is a lot every week, even if it's good.
Yeah,
and rarely
even I tried. I was just sitting down eating lunch on a Saturday, and I was like, all right, I'll give SmackDown a go. And
that's the worst one to watch.
I couldn't fucking sit there and watch it. And then, like, even on Netflix, it didn't skip the ads, so you'd have to, like, get up and fast forward it. And you're like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
Like, even, like, because I think AEW TV is really good at the moment, but 2 hours is still a lot every week. Yeah. So I do think...
still have your...
Yeah, you do, yeah.
Right, I might tune in under the desk for it.
Yeah, like, last night's in Glasgow was, like... wasn't like their best show.
I'll tune in for Grado.
But yeah, he's on. Is he or the show? No, he's in Ring of Honor this week.
Right.
But like last night, I thought the Glasgow show wasn't their best show. Like it was one of the weaker in this current run of Great Dynamites. Like it wasn't a bad show, and it was just weaker than what they had been doing. But then again, it was a go home show, and they're trying to fucking shoehorn.
Do AEW have a lot of? Like, is there a strong commercialization element of it?
No, nowhere near. Like, do you know what really, like, kind of, in some ways, almost saddened me, as weird as it sounds. Do you know when Naomi did her thing on Monday about, like, obviously, great news, she's pregnant, and she's, but she has to hand back the title, obviously, she can't wrestle. Do you see, you know, like, the way they'll often put the title down on the mat in the ring and leave?
Yeah.
Do you see where they had her place the title?
Over a Prime logo?
On top of a fucking Slim Jim logo. So the women's title is, and she puts the title and the microphone down beside each other on a Slim Jim logo. I was like...
Yeah, but that was on the canvas already, though. Like,
I know, but like...
It's in the centre.
No. This was a little bit off to the side.
Oh, right.
She had to go over and place it down. I was like, this is such, like, horrific looking dog shit.
I hate it. It doesn't seem like it's fan friendly. And there's something about WWE, and we called it a while ago, there's something about it that just seems a little bit off. And this doesn't, I don't want to be old man shouts at cloud like Bret Hart. But like there is something that it leaves a bad taste in your mouth after you watch it. You're just like, they're shoveling slop in the form of advertising into it.
In huge volume.
And it just seems since that Netflix show, there just seems to be
they turned it up, like, even if it's just 10%, but they've passed the tipping point on the amount of it.
And this kind of interestingly leads us into today's topic.
Yeah, we're basically already on today's topic.
Yeah, so today's topic, we're going to talk about the power dynamics within WWE, because you brought up interesting things about like Ari and Nick Khan, and on All Elite Morro, you discussed John Cena's heel turn and his recent comments when he openly admitted, which I said at WrestleMania, sorry to toot my own horn, that he fails. He's not doing his job correctly. He's failing as a heel. Yeah. And he openly admitted it himself. And I got a bit of flack for it as well, and people saying let it play out and all that. Also, but we let it play out, and like, I just had a feeling that they weren't properly leaning into it, and they didn't, and they course corrected.
I know why you got that flack as well, because like me, like, I like AEW as a company. I like a lot of what they stand for, and I like the fact that they're an alternative to WWE. But there's times during the 6 years where they were really failing.
Yeah.
And
there was a 2-year,
to be fair, it was about a 2-year thing. A lot of that time, I would go with the mentality of, I'd let it play out for a few weeks. I'd let it play out. And then it's like afterwards where I'd go, yeah, that was a failure.
Yeah, but the worst thing, you mentioned 2 hours of a show. Like, they're wasting your time by watching it.
Yeah.
So, like, we've talked about when wrestling is good, it's when it rewards you for your attention.
Yes.
And it like, even in a match, like a little small thing. Like, I seen a cool thing where, was it MJF and Adam Page were, like, having a promo, and he's like, I'm real.
Yeah.
And then, like, years later, MJF goes, no, I'm real. And I just seen a side-by-side comparison or whatever.
Did you see the posters?
Yeah, they're literally in each other's head.
Yeah, but the first poster was from Revolution.
And then it's reversed.
And it's reversed, because that's the fucking storyline.
And like, I wouldn't have noticed that. Yeah. But then when someone points it out, it goes, they're actually putting attention to detail. I love this.
Not only into the storyline, but down to the fucking poster.
And that's why, like, Bray Wyatt was always someone that I quite liked, because even though they never really delivered on his big promise, he'd always try and leave little Easter eggs and different things.
The thing about Bray was, he was like endlessly creative. And I have no doubt in my mind that how he saw things play out in his head versus how the company delivered said things was totally different.
And I even noticed it when I'm doing my promos or helping Frankie edit his promos, that, like, I'm trying to leave little Easter, and so much of it goes over people's heads.
Yeah.
But like,
you only need one person.
One person says it, and you're like,
it was worth it. It was worth it. Like, I've said, we say this all the time. Wrestling is a fucking art form.
Yeah.
And like any good art, you shouldn't have to deliver it at the lowest common denominator.
Yeah.
Deliver to the fucking highest.
I did something,
and let shit filter down.
I edited a video for Frankie Vendetta where Frankie was making his debut at Contenders, and it had the word Vendetta on the screen, and just for like 3 seconds, the E in Vendetta became an O, and then it flashed back to an E, right? And so it was VENDOTTA. And I had people going, what happened there? Like, was that bad editing? I was like, no, what does it fucking spell? It spells OTT. Where's he making his debut? OTT Contender. So it's just like a little, but they thought it was an editing mistake. And I was
Let him think it. Let him fucking think it.
And then I kind of had to explain, no, I edited it
but
that way to be that way.
My whole thing is, like, aim for the highest and the most basic, because, like, all art works on multiple levels anyway. So, like,
you look at when the MCU started, and you're going, oh, there's Captain America's sheet, and you're just like hoping to see little Easter eggs. That's like, there's a whole industry that makes their money based on the Easter eggs. Anyway, I want to get into the power dynamics and how everything, I think, from a show point of view, or from my entertainment point of view, I should say, make it more personal, has failed with WWE, and they've made me kind of fall off the rails, because I think their product is off the rails. And I'm going to put it to the listeners first. Mm-hmm. So I said, today's podcast, how has the power dynamics in WWE affected the on-screen product in 2025? Mm-hmm. Sound off in the comments. Oshie McCarthy, friend of the show.
Fucking great friend of the show.
It affected
Thank you, Oisin, by the way.
It affected it to a degree. It felt like the kind of undercut Triple H. They felt like they kind of undercut Triple H with the Cena heel turn after the Cody idea got rejected. But Power Dynamics is still no excuse for the lacking quality of the product. But I think it would be an excuse, and that's not like we'll get into it. But that's not like to absolve any blame on Triple H. But like there is some serious things that happened here, because for that return at Elimination Chamber, for that to have happened, you know, Rock got a call from like Ari to come in. So like, and Triple H was like, why the fuck are you bringing the Rock in? Oh, we need to sell more tickets. Oh, we'll bring the Rock in. And then the Rock fucking rocks up with Brian Gerwitz and his team of writers or whatever, and it's like, oh, I want to do this. And Triple H is like, yeah, but I fucking have this planned. You know what I mean? Oisin also adds it, dreadfully with the Rock out of the picture, Triple H was left to craft a Cena turn devoid of any real sense. Mark Dowd said, I mean, the whole Cena thing sums it up. He turned heel for The Rock, and Triple H had no plans for it. Stage_guy just wrote badly. That's how much it affected it. Talk with Antonio said yes, simply. Yes. Cottle Crow, Snoop Dogg, Jelly Roll, George Kittle are the first 3 people shown in the new pay-per-view ad. Tells you all you need to know about where their attentions lie with pro wrestling. And that's the comments.
Yeah.
So I guess the biggest power struggle, it seems like from the outside looking in, and this is going back to WrestleMania 40, is The Rock's insertion onto the television screen. The possibility of The Rock versus Roman Reigns, the fans turning on that.
I actually think it goes back to WrestleMania 39.
Why so?
Because originally The Rock was supposed to
go against Roman because it was in Hollywood.
Roman. Yeah. And if they had done that there, none of this, what would you call it, like snowball downhill effect happens. If they'd just done the match when they should have done it.
What do you think the feeling was? The first, like WrestleMania, because it was WrestleMania 40?
Did they want to push it out? Because it was WrestleMania 40.
It's like the 4-0.
It never made sense to me because it felt like...
it felt like they were building up to Hollywood.
Yeah.
It did.
For a long time.
For a long, long time.
Like they were signaling that for a long time.
Yeah.
And you know what, The Rock... Right, there's something kind of, I suppose, cards on the table type thing initially before we get into it, because this is actually quite important. And I think Triple H has gotten a lot better at this. But The Rock, and this is going back years with The Rock. This is going back to the 90s. You know, The Rock was had befriended Meltzer.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, oh yeah, they spoke like regularly for years. Like
off the record kind of thing?
Off the record. And like he was like a definite source for Meltzer.
Really?
Oh yeah. Going back to the 90s. But The Rock learned very early how to play the game. And he would
literally,
literally, he would play the fucking game like
nice
a fiddle.
Nice on, Morro. Like you didn't even know you were saying.
I knew exactly what I was doing.
No, you didn't.
I knew exactly what I was
doing.
You
didn't. Genius.
And so The Rock learned, like, it's like almost like a political thing of planting stories almost against your enemies. You know what I mean? And he started doing that in The Observer. Going back to probably 98, 97.
Where's the proof? Like, is this all alleged?
I don't have the proof.
Allegedly.
I don't have the proof.
This is and rumor and innuendo.
Throughout his film career,
Bruce Pritchard.
We see it as well. With, you know, DC. Like with DC, we saw all the shit with DC, but you can even go back further than that to stuff with Jason Statham. A lot of these, like Rock,
Vin Diesel.
Sorry, not just Vin Diesel. Correct. A lot like The Rock is very good at like planting stories in the media about two things: his own success and his rivals' lack of success, or you know. And he's been doing this for fucking decades. And coming up to like that period around WrestleMania 40 in particular, there was a lot similar kind of stuff happening, but not in like wrestling media. You know, The Rock had graduated far beyond that. It was like so much stuff about this. The biggest star in the world is gracing wrestling with his presence again. But around also WrestleMania 40, a load of like articles started coming out in, I think it was like Sports Illustrated and stuff on ESPN about Triple H being like this creative fucking force and the decision maker behind the scenes at WWE and blah, blah, blah. And that was obviously Triple H learning, I need to start fucking planting articles.
Are you trying to say that Triple H wasn't like a political mover?
No. He was, but he wasn't so much in the media.
In the dirt sheets.
Yeah, and beyond the dirt sheets, in mainstream media. Like, The Rock, they were both political movers. And, like, they both had Vince's ear fucking early, like, in their careers. Like, you think of it, like, Triple H came in to WWE from WCW in, like, what, 95?
Yeah.
He had Vince's ear by 97.
Yeah.
The Rock came in 96. He had Vince's ear by 98. That's, like, unheard of levels of...
Especially nowadays, like, when you consider, like... You know, Kevin Owens has been in WWE for 10 years. Could you imagine that in like 3 years for Kevin? You know what I mean?
Back in like 2016, 2017, him like...
No, but that like it's interesting though because like the power dynamic in WWE previously was Vince. He had the ultimate say so. Yeah. And you're kind of like, this is what we're fucking doing. And we're doing it. Now, he had his yes men and he had his Kevin Dunns and he had his fucking Bruce Pritchards and all this kind of stuff. But, like, they were ultimately stooges for Vince. So, Vince was the ultimate He was the final boss.
He was the be all and end all, like, you
literally
know?
the final boss.
He was the final boss. And Triple H is like, not in that position. Triple H isn't the final boss.
And you saw, like, when maybe Shane McMahon wanted to start making moves about possibly, you know, taking over ECW, making it just a web show.
Buying UFC and...
Yeah, like Vince wasn't... They fell out.
Yeah. Shane went starting doing business in China.
And golf, he was involved with Rory McIlroy or something. Then Stephanie and like when Triple H got too big for their boots, Vince tried to put them out the pasture. You know what I mean? He was the final boss. He ended up getting outmaneuvered himself.
Yeah, by Slim Jim.
By Slim Jim.
Vince only got
Macho Man thing.
No, Vince only had to leave when Slim Jim threatened to pull their sponsorship
because of all the
really. Yeah, so like they were holding on, and you know the story broke in Wall Street Journal about Vince and his
because they came out with all the thank you Vince stuff. And, and remember Stephanie came out,
brought him on TV, and he got a big fucking ovation, and then more stuff broke in the Wall Street Journal, and then Slim Jim threatened to pull their...
And then they're like, he's gone.
And Vince had to go. So, like, Slim Jim was the one that outmaneuvered Vince.
But, like, Stephanie left and
came back. Yeah, she hasn't even officially come back
she left
role.
when Vince was coming back, but still came out and introduced him on TV, or...
No, the TV thing was before that, and then he went, right?
And then he came back to make the power play, sell...
Basically, a hostile takeover of the board to sell the company.
I'm going to sell it, I'm going to make millions, and I'm going to still be in charge of all you fuckers.
That was the original. So, like, that the Slim Jim thing was when TKO had already bought it, so that was after the sale.
Yeah.
But, like, when... it was the board that had removed them the first time when stuff started coming
you
out.
even notice like Vince tried to surround himself with like, you know, he brings back Bruce Pritchard after putting him to pasture
like
for years.
that time he made that comeback and Stephanie stepped down from the board and Triple H had to kind of
step back
a bit. That when Vince came back for the sale, that was real Succession type shit. He got rid of like 4 or 5 members of the board that when he came back. Anyone who voted against his return.
Pritchard was already there, but he had only recently brought back Pritchard the past few years.
Yeah, but I don't know if was Pritchard on the board at that time. I can't remember.
No, he's not on the board.
No, was he on he's not definitely not on the TKO board. Was he on the WWE board?
I don't know. I don't think he was on the board.
I can't remember. But anyway, the vote was like quite close.
He's just like a producer, isn't he? He's like a sounding board for
creative.
But like that's what I'm saying. He brought back his yes man.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, he brought back a guy that or I suppose a guy that he trusted, but he was in this kind of like power struggle with Triple H. But like the whole point of bringing up Vince is that like he was always the final boss. He was the guy that could like determine what direction. Now, the guy was fucking mad, and we've seen a lot of shit on our TV screens, and he'd forget about stuff and all that kind of thing. But then we get to like the TKO era where Ari Emanuel is like the head boss. But he's beholden to shareholders and and that's why we got the PG era because of fucking shareholders and all that kind of stuff.
Really, within WWE, the final boss is actually Nick Khan.
Right.
I would say.
But he has a final boss in...
He has a final boss in... Like, Ari Emanuel is the owner of Endeavour, who owns TKO, who owns WWE.
What I'm saying is, like, if Nick Khan's the final boss, like, it mightn't have been Nick Khan's decision to go, let's start introducing Travis Scott. Let's bring The Rock into Elimination Chamber. You know what I mean? Weren't they... Like, Travis Scott's Ari's client, right?
Yeah.
And the rumor is that Ari rang The Rock to come in, or was it Shapiro?
Who rang The Rock? Ari did.
Ari rang The Rock to come into Elimination Chamber.
That's what The Rock says.
Because
anyway.
tickets weren't selling. Yeah. But like, so like Triple H is going to be hamstrung by that from a creative point of view. Like, even though he's the only guy, even like when Vince came back,
it's Triple H's boss's boss.
Yeah, when when Vince came back, it was like Vince, I'm not going to be in the weeds. But then you start seeing him; he was in the weeds. Like he was making creative changes to like the Raw after Mania and all this kind of thing. And you're just like, oh no,
here we go again. When Triple H got the book, I was like, fuck yes. But now you seem to have like these outside forces meddling with the on-screen product, which is leading to a really disjointed kind of like, what the fuck are we watching here? Because Triple H, for all his rights and all his wrongs or whatever you think of him as a booker, at least he's one clear creative direction. But when you have The Rock, who is fucking sour that he didn't get his WrestleMania 40 match because it didn't make any fucking sense within the story that has been told for the previous 2 years. Yeah. The fans were the creative on that one.
Yeah, but like, I think Triple H was quite smart in the way he outmaneuvered him and placed Cody in certain situations and all this kind of stuff. But then you have the fucking Rock, like, who's sour, going, I'm going to show. I'm in town for Bad Blood. I'm going to show up for Bad Blood, and I'm going to do that. I'm going to come out at the end. No reward for that. Elimination Chamber. I'm going to show up.
Who pinned Cody at WrestleMania 40 night one?
It was The Rock.
The Rock pinned the guy winning the title the next night.
But like, oh yeah, and they had their like the fucking standoff on the Raw. No payoff for that. He was walking around with his own fucking title belt, and Triple H is probably like, what the fuck is going on with this?
I can't do anything about him.
With this egomaniac. I have to work with him. He shows up with Bad Blood, wants to come out at the end. All right, fair enough. I'm sure he wants to do something at WrestleMania.
It's also important to note as well that The Rock is a board member
that's
of TKO.
Like how did that happen?
Like, isn't.
Or why did that happen?
Because he's a fucking...
But like, who offered him that?
Ari Emanuel. It had to be Ari Emanuel.
So... Like, it just doesn't make...
Also, The Rock and Nick Khan are, like, tight. They're tight, like, going back to fucking, like, in some weird twist of fucking fate. They know each other from, like, 1990s Hawaii.
Right.
That's how far... They go back pre...
But, like, how do you just end up on the board? Is it just his perceived star power? But like, because he has that, like he failed with the XFL, he failed with fucking his hostile takeover to the DC universe. So now he wants to come into WWE, and they're just like where he wanted to position himself as the fucking main DC person.
Yeah,
Black Adam. Like fuck that.
And like what happened there is James Gunn who came in, and James Gunn is more purchase in the film industry than The Rock does.
Like, He's go fuck yourself, bro.
Go fuck yourself, yeah.
So The Rock gets brought into WWE.
This was back at a time when that man was talking about like potentially running for fucking president.
Yeah.
That's where his head's at, like.
And he shows up at Elimination Chamber under the instruction or the request of Ari. They come up with a reason for him being there, and the reason is amazing. It's class. John Cena fucking heel turn. Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself.
I think, like, and I know WWE Unreal didn't go into the details on this.
I'm just glad that Travis Scott okayed it.
Yeah, because Paul called Travis and said, hey, Travis.
He's a power broker.
John Cena's going to turn heel. And Travis is like, yeah, that sounds amazing, Paul.
Yeah.
That's how the conversation went. You're such a genius, Paul. But I think really, like, the stories that were coming out at the time, that was never addressed in WWE Unreal, because of course they're not going to address it on a show that they have like a production credit on.
Control over.
The story was The Rock wanted Cody to turn.
Yeah.
And in order to get out of that, Paul and maybe a few others around him came up with the idea that Cena would turn instead.
Yeah.
And then that's when all those phone calls happened.
And then do you think that The Rock was just like, you know what, I've already agreed to show up, I'll do this, and then go fuck yourselves?
Yeah, because you're not doing what I want.
Yeah. Like, do you think he just took his ball and went home? Like, because
I feel like that, yeah.
Because, like, there's been no follow-up to it. There has been, like, no mention of The Rock. Didn't come out with WrestleMania. He did that really fucking bizarre, like, interview.
Yeah, was it that the night after WrestleMania? It was. With, what's his face? The commentator dude.
Van Vliet?
No. He's actually on the show.
McAfee.
Was it? He did that interview. Was it with McAfee? I think it was with McAfee.
It was really fucking weird.
Yeah, and he like pull back the curtain again a certain amount.
And just like Ari called me up to do this.
Yeah, and like that was very much a like Triple H isn't selling fucking tickets, so they had to bang my line. Yeah. You know what I mean?
That's
exactly what it was.
And
but he said it all in a very like happy and jovial way. But like really the subtext there is Triple H isn't fucking doing the creative shit. And like he did that interview because there was a huge fan backlash against The Rock for not being at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So he then does the interview going, it was just call in for one night because tickets weren't selling up in Toronto for Elimination Chamber and blah, blah, blah. But he's not like throwing Triple H under the bus. But the subtext is Triple H's creative wasn't doing jack shit. But so like, they had to bring me in.
But also, like, Triple H's creative wasn't doing jack shit, right? So we get the fucking, like, before that, we get the Raw Netflix thing.
Yeah.
Triple H comes out, welcomes us all to fucking Rock because he's on everything.
This was a dick measuring contest if I've ever seen
it. Was. And then The Rock comes out.
They both had to do it.
And then just completely, they were like, you're going to come out? Well, I'm going to come out.
Yeah.
But like completely like...
Nukes every storyline.
No, sold everything. Yeah. No, so like, what the fuck we've been investing? Like, why does he think that was a good idea? That's what I don't understand.
I know, but see, this is the thing: is that like, I think, and this is both. It's starting to happen with Triple H as well, because you remember months ago you clickbaited me calling Triple H a shit booker. I'm like,
I did.
Yes, you did. Months and months and months ago, and I said Triple H shit booker, and we put it on like TikTok and all the socials. And there was like a massive backlash against me.
Against you?
Yeah.
On the internet?
On the internet, yeah.
Never.
Yeah. And then, but recently...
It's the fucking hat as
well.
I
know, I'm wearing it more often now because it's actually really driving people fucking mental. But then you did it again a while ago where... I'm not saying you're clickbait me, well, I like to call it that because it's funny. Where you took another clip of me saying about his repetitive booking and blah, blah, blah. And like, weirdly... most of the responses on that one were in agreement with me, right? And then you see that thing where the responses you read out were to a Triple H fucking tweet.
Yeah.
So
it's turning.
It's turning.
So is that the Rock giving us a lame duck? Is that planting the seeds? Like this is
that would be a masterful fucking.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that.
These are the top fucking master fucking people. Like, is he playing them?
My feeling on it was...
I hope you're still on camera.
My feeling on it was, and this is for both, and this is going back to that Netflix thing that you're saying, is like, what was The Rock thinking? The Rock is so egotistical that he thinks he can do no wrong. And that he could just show up and revive everything with the click of his fingers.
It's a weird fucking thought process.
I know, but if you, like, imagine what being... that successful for that long does to your brain.
Yeah, but like, the movies in this, like his movies have gone down. Like Black Adam was a fucking disaster.
And I think a lot of what we're seeing now out of him is the moves of a desperate man.
But like, why would you be desperate with all that money? Like to stay relevant?
The money isn't enough for people like him. It's the pats on the back to go with it. Like he spent his whole life getting patted on the back. You came into wrestling within 2 years, you were one of the best in the world.
I will know. Like he was a broke dude as well, and he fucking
that
played.
Was so long ago now.
He played in the CFL and all that. I get what you're saying, though. He had a massive trajectory.
Like his trajectory was insane, and then like he goes to Hollywood, and very, very quickly in Hollywood terms, he's like the highest grossing fucking box office draw in the world. Like
the John Cena thing, right? Because this is what it boils down to.
Cena outplayed fucking The Rock and Triple H.
Cena,
yeah.
Right,
look at the moves Cena has made recently.
Well, this is what I want to get into. Right?
That's fucking savvy.
So, like the main story is Cena's retirement, right?
Yeah.
The Rock is going to help Cena turn, right? Triple H is the main creative force behind it, and that has been a complete fucking dud. Bar the SummerSlam match, which is good, still made no fucking sense, right? But it's been a complete fucking dud. And then you get Triple H for the backlash of Brock Lesnar showing up.
What does he do?
Throwing Cena under the bus.
Yeah. Saying
Cena has a list of opponents, this is what Cena wants to go through, and everyone that he wanted to wrestle, the stuff with R-Truth and all that,
that's all on him. That's all it wasn't my idea.
That's all on John. And John Cena's like, I never
picked an opponent in 25 years.
No, never.
And it is the way he said it as well. And that, because that then, like, that is such a political move on, like, throwing all the heat back on Triple H. And that's also playing into the current response Triple H is getting no matter what he does.
Yeah.
But Triple H has overplayed his hand.
Triple H has overplayed himself because he's
that's
fucking
what I mean.
everywhere.
Yeah, he's putting himself out there too much.
He put himself as front and center as this creative fucking force of WWE, and this year it sucks. So now he's happy for The Rock to take the blame for the things, and The Rock kind of like is meddling in on things.
He's happy for Cena.
He's happy to pass off the heat onto to John Cena.
So are you the fucking discreet leader or are you not?
And then you have Cody Rhodes coming out and saying, I'm not turning heel. Like I don't want to turn heel.
He has a lot of political purchase 100%. As well because he's the one selling the fucking tickets.
He said something recently. I can't really remember, but I remember being really caught off guard because it seemed quite like egotistical. Like it was kind of like, you wouldn't turn Batman into a bad guy, into a villain. Or it wasn't those words.
Yeah, I know that.
But it was something like, and you're just like, dude, like, if be a bit more fucking humble, maybe. I don't know, but he's more successful than me. Maybe you gotta be an egotistical son of
the backstage, and like Roman is all in here as well, playing political fucking games. Like,
I don't think Roman gives a fuck.
No, I think now he doesn't. That's why he's doing the opening fucking tag match.
He's just like, give me my money.
He's half out the door. You can see it on him. He's fucking half out the door. Yeah. But like he played a lot of political games around the time of WrestleMania 39 and 40 as well.
Think so?
Yeah, like the original plan was Cody wins at 39, and it was...
I thought Vince next there.
No, it was Roman and Heyman in Vince's ear.
Yeah, but they were right.
Maybe
it mightn't have been necessarily for Roman's gain, or it would have been for Roman's gain.
Like we don't, like we don't know.
Also, for
we don't know if they were right
story.
Because, like we don't know how things would have gone post 39. Like that could have been like post 40. All that, like the next 6 months, that was the biggest business they had ever done. Yeah, with Cody as champ.
That's what I'm saying. It was great idea.
I know, but that could have been the same after 39.
No,
maybe not. We don't know.
Paul Heyman's another interesting name that you bring up. Yeah, because he's like very absent from WWE Unreal.
Yes,
like he's not.
But like this is the whole thing. Is like people ask, and to what end is The Rock? Like, what's The Rock's game and goal in all of this? And like that, to me, that's really interesting because he doesn't want to be the booker, and
Paul he wants to be the creative.
No, and Paul Heyman doesn't want to be the booker, and John Cena doesn't want to be the booker, because none of those, and Brian Gerwitz even, none of these guys want to sit down and book 5, 6, 7 hours of TV every week. What they want to do is come in and say, this is what I'm doing for my part.
Imagine The Rock going, right,
fucking
Alex Shelley, right? This is what you're doing.
This is what I mean.
You and Johnny Gargano are going to have a 10-minute time limit draw.
Yeah. Hey, you guys are on speed.
Do you not think, though, he wants that, maybe he wants that position of, this is all speculation, but it's fun to speculate.
It's so much fun to speculate.
But like, because it's
like,
but this goes back to like we're always being fucking marks.
People are going to watch this. People are going to watch this and go and think that there's no substance to what we're saying at all. That we've imagined all this. If that's what you think, offense, you're a fucking idiot. Because this is all as plain as day. Like, if you've ever worked in like a big corporation, you see this shit all the time.
I can never like get my head around it, like that kind of
like because like
power struggles.
Oh man, I worked in like the biggest educational corporation in the world for 10 years. Like
it's just ego, I suppose.
It's ego.
Yeah,
and in that sense as well, I always wondered like, why are they doing this for like a mid-level corporate shop in the world I was in?
Like,
but it's ego.
As long as the service is the story. Like John Cena says all the right things. He's just like, I'll do what you ask me as long as that's what you want to do. You're paying me. Yeah, fuck it.
To get back to Cena, he fucking threw Triple H under the bus there on the Brock stuff and all the.
But did he though? Like, like who's fucking telling the truth here?
No, it doesn't matter who's telling the truth. It's that. Again, it was the way Cena said it and the perception of Cena and the nonchalant, and And the lack of even mentioning Triple H. Oh, I just wrestled whoever they give me. I've never picked an opponent in 25 years. And then straight away he's gone. Because it's like, you don't think that was like super deliberate 2 or 3 days after.
What happens when they meet? Like, does
you ever see, like,
does Triple H go to John Cena going, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Does John Cena go to Triple H and go,
never,
man, why are you saying that? I have a fucking movie career here, and you're saying that I'm bringing back Brock Lesnar, who everyone's turning against.
This is why CM Punk goes around lired up to the fucking bollocks, because he's used to this shit. Cause like these people never speak plainly to each other. Like, do you remember the stuff when CM Punk and Mox were doing after Punk came back, and they did Mox beats him in like 2 minutes on the TV show.
Yeah, his leg was fucked or something.
Yeah, and then his foot was still fucked after breaking it.
That's a good angle.
It was a great angle. And then Punk beats him at the pay-per-view.
I remember being really annoyed when it happened. I was like, I wanted to watch fucking Punk and Mox.
Yeah, but then you had to buy the fucking pay-per-view.
Yeah.
But like, one of the reasons Moxley fucking hated Punk so much was because all that was negotiated with Punk's lawyers. The whole angle and storyline and what was allowed to be said in the promos was negotiated with Punk's lawyers.
Though, after all the shit that was caused.
Look, I get that too, but also, like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with what Punk did there. I'm saying Punk is like Punk. You go back to 2011, 12, 13. Punk had gone through The Rock and all this bullshit.
It's mad that the main player...
It affected him, I think. You know what I mean?
It's mad that the main players like Rock, Cena, Triple H, Lesnar to a degree are the exact same people. Maybe not the Punk grew up because he wasn't there when Lesnar was there. But
there was a slight crossover 2012, wasn't there?
Yeah. But like what? Yeah. I was kind of even looking a bit back to like...
7 or 8 or 9 with the rest 2 WrestleManias where The Rock came back on.
Yeah.
Like, can you blame Punk?
Well, that was 2011, I suppose. Yeah.
When it came to the mock stuff in 22 or whatever it was, can you blame him like that? He grew up or came up and been very close to the top of WWE in a time where you had political movers like that. He was probably there going, Mox is just because Punk's a paranoid man. Mox is another fucking Rock. Oh, I'm getting the lawyers in for this one. Because none of these people speak plainly to each other. None of them, like you said, Triple H isn't going to see, what the fuck, dude? You threw me under the bus.
Yeah, like, why aren't they doing that? It seems like just the normal course of going, hey man, what the fuck?
We're talking about people worth hundreds of millions of dollars.
And like, why aren't they just like going, let's all just shut our fucking mouths, please? So, like, no one gets thrown under the bus.
Yeah, but they want someone opens their mouth.
We don't have to
There's a spiral effect.
Yeah, but like, if Triple H said that, The Rock would be like, right, he's in a weakened position now.
Yeah. Exactly.
Let's fucking strike.
Yeah, the sharks are circling. You don't think that'd be in Meltzer's dirt sheet within 45 minutes?
I think fucking Paul Heyman knows exactly what he's doing. He's going to get in control of that shit.
But again, does he want to be booking Alex Shelley versus Johnny Gargano?
Yeah, he probably does, though.
I don't think he does. I think he's... Because
he got the book there for a while in the COVID era, wasn't it?
He was one show.
No, he had a few shows.
No, I think he only had Raw, didn't he?
He had Raw, and I think Raw, and Bischoff was meant to have SmackDown.
Yeah, but Bischoff ended up in catering.
Bischoff got fired or whatever.
Well, he basically showed up and nobody listened to him, and he sat around for 4 months, and then they got rid of him.
And Paul, Paul was trying to push like Austin Theory and these kind of things, give them stories, which would hopefully.
He was trying to
would be like
refresh the roster.
Which means like in 4 years' time, which is now, you'd have new main eventers.
Well, look, will you go back to when Paul was head of creative for SmackDown?
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Yeah, but it's a different era.
I know, but he had the set. Like, Paul has a set of beliefs of get a few young guys over, have them fucking humming.
Well, we got fucking like an Eddie Guerrero title run out.
That's what I mean. Like, he got young guys over in SmackDown in that era.
Rey Mysterio
and like, when they were dividing up the rosters, he was like, yeah, fucking Rock and have all the established stars because they're getting fucking old, and I'm going to create something cool over here. It's like what we're saying now about WWE and AEW. The perception is slowly turning into, well, all the kind of cool young guys are on AEW, and like, I'm looking at fucking Brock and Cena for the 14 million time over on WWE.
I've seen him in 2002 or seen him in 2005. They had it was a Vengeance. Was it 03? Could have been just when he made his rapper turn. It could have been 03. I think Cena had a run at Lesnar on like a Vengeance or something.
Yeah.
Then in 2012.
And multiple times since.
Has it been multiple?
They've definitely wrestled a few times since 2012.
I don't believe so. Maybe one more match.
Maybe.
Oh, no, remember the SummerSlam match when he fucked
16 fucking Germans.
Absolutely murked them.
Yeah. So Cena won the Extreme Rules match in 2012, and then Lesnar was like 2014 or 14 was Cena Danielson, was it?
Yeah, that was 15.
15 then.
Or no, that was that 16 was Brock and Randy.
And
doesn't matter.
16 was AJ and Cena.
Doesn't actually.
No, it doesn't. But like, yeah, you know what I mean?
13.
Like,
maybe it was
yeah, it could have been. But like, yeah, so it's like again that perception thing. But like, and then but to get back to Cena, like he real nonchalantly fucked Triple H under the bus on the bring him back Brock thing.
It was 14, I think. It was 2014, I think, because Lesnar had just beat the streak, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe it was before that. It doesn't matter. 13 maybe. I don't know. Who gives a fuck?
One of them ones.
They all mesh into each other.
One of them 5 marks, Cena marks will know the answer anyway.
I will.
Put the comment there, Cena marks. But I'm more of a Cena mark now because of the way. And then he did the same with The Rock with the heel turn stuff.
Yeah.
But and then he made it seem like he was being genuine that, no, I failed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's like draws the audience to him. Like, here's a man who can admit his failures. Unlike Triple H, unlike The Rock. Fucking Cena's a genius as well. Like,
and you just have fucking Randy Orton just like.
Like Randy's having
Randy's like, yeah, I'll tag with Matt Riddle.
Yeah.
We'll call ourselves RK Bro. Why not?
Whatever.
Yeah.
Randy, yeah. Like,
well, yeah, I'll team with Kevin Owens. We'll call ourselves RKO.
Because like Randy, you know, his first main exposure to the business was really like, I don't mean because I know he's like third generation and all that, but when he's brought in and pushed and all, he's part of evolution. So he's there with two of the greatest political players we've ever seen in Triple H and Ric Flair.
It's just so mad. Like when you look at it, even like Undertaker, and like he's a big creative force now in Triple A.
Could you come up with a worse combination?
Shawn Michaels in NXT, you know, they're Triple H's boys or whatever. But like, even if you go to LFG and Mickey James getting the sack, and Michelle McCool
getting brought in,
yeah,
who would you prefer to learn wrestling from, Mickey James or Michelle McCool?
Mickey James.
Absolutely.
And like the Undertaker's podcast gets brought under the WWE umbrella. They sack the podcast host.
Yeah.
Then you have, like, you look at the Triple H power or the AAA power dynamics, and how Triple Mania went, and like, you know, people wanting Alberto Del Rio, maybe Rey Mysterio kind of stating, yeah, we're going to get him back, kind of, maybe.
Yeah, just, again, it's a soft launch.
So, but you're like, are they nudging, you know, is that Rey Mysterio going, yeah, I'm going to go with the crowd and I'm going to say this? And then Triple H is like, what the fuck, bro? Then you look at the relationship with TNA and, like, the possibilities that it's going to be owned by the Fertitta brothers or Fertitta brothers. And
well,
like,
probably Lorenzo more than anything.
But like, you know, the crossover with WWE, it's just so fucking, it's so much more interesting, unfortunately, than what's going on.
On screen. Infinitely more interesting, because the on-screen shit is just not interesting.
Yeah.
And you know what it's like to compare to that? We're hearing very little coming out backstage of AEW at the moment.
Which is good, yeah.
You know, but like the focus you're hearing nothing anymore. Like nothing's coming out.
Bar like Speedball and MVP.
And then they address it straight away in like a real laid back, jockey manner.
Like,
just put that shit to bed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it kind of signifies like a healthy, and I'm hearing like mad rumors as well about backstage morale in NXT at the moment.
Being bad or good?
Being like on the fucking floor because they feel like they've been used as a pawn against AEW, and that like they were just set up to fail, and now it's hurt.
How?
So like they kept
with Battleground.
Yeah, they kept putting like using NXT to go up against all AEW pay-per-views.
NXT and TNA.
And now they're going to try it with the main roster. But now it's like the thing of like, by trying it with the main roster, saying, well, fuck NXT, all you guys failed, none of you were a draw. And like, it's like, think like Ricky Starks and all these guys. They were brought in.
Guy's even there, man.
Exactly. He was put in NXT to hurt AEW. To say, well, you're coming from AEW, so that's the level you're at, and then we'll counter-program NXT against AEW, and you guys fell, sure, you're obviously not fucking a draw. So
I don't think that's the perception.
I think it is the perception, and that's how they feel. Like that's how the backstage feels. because they've just constantly been put in positions to fail.
Do you think Triple H's...
And now they're going to do it with TNA.
Do you think Triple H's position could feasibly be in trouble in the next 2 years?
2 years. Look,
because they're going to continue to make money, so you can always point to that. But if viewership goes down and
we know Raw's on the fucking floor at the minute anyway. Why didn't Netflix?
They don't promote it, man.
I know, but why? You have to ask yourself why. Why aren't so with this ESPN deal and the PLE is going to ESPN? Why aren't Netflix in fighting for that?
They could have been.
No reports of it whatsoever.
Yeah, but there was no reports of the ESPN deal.
Yeah, that's true as well.
But
look, if Raw was doing numbers in the US,
but it's hard. Netflix, it's hard to fucking even find them.
I know that's half the problem with streaming. Even Thriller, which is where I watch AEW. It's sometimes a pain in the hole to find a live fucking Dynamite on it, and that's the main thing they have is Thriller. They're not a huge platform like fucking Peacock or Netflix or ESPN. Peacock isn't that big, but so yeah, I just think Netflix would have really made a heavy play at getting the PLEs in the US if it was performing better.
I don't think Netflix cares though, if it's performing amazingly, because if they're getting
it's $5 billion fucking dollars, I think they care.
But they're getting 2 million people watching it, or 3 million people worldwide watching it each week.
2 hours, not worth shit to Netflix.
It's a subscription. That's 2 million nearly or 3 million subscriptions.
How many of those would already have a subscription?
All right, just say but how many?
What you want to look at is how many subscriptions it added at the time. We don't know that.
Yeah, but how many it's keeping? I'd get rid of Netflix in the fucking morning. But WWE is on it, so I might occasionally watch WWE, so it's more of an incentive for me to stay there. If I know if it came down to if the network and Netflix and I had to pick one, I would have picked the network
100 all day long.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think of the finances of that though. $1 billion a year.
It's nothing to these companies, bro.
$1 billion a year is a lot for a company.
And Netflix could be getting fucking cuts of fucking various sponsorships being shown on their streaming platforms.
We also have to remember as well that when the SmackDown deal was coming up, Fox didn't look to keep it. They didn't even enter negotiations.
Why would they? I've mentioned this before, and I know you said it wasn't part of their business model, but fuck me, man. You can consume Raw in the YouTube clips. It's actually a lot better to consume it that way. It's more fucking tight.
Yeah,
because
and you don't have a million ads.
Yeah, the ads basically tell you they don't care about what's actually happening in the ring.
Yeah.
Here's ads.
Did you see that guy commenting on our... do you know that where I said AEW focus more on the wrestling part?
Yeah.
Some guy comes into the comments saying, no, AEW sports entertainment and WWE is
that's
pro
Reed
wrestling.
Celtic Tiger. That's a wrestler, Shea Morgan.
How can he have that? Because we can see, if you watch WWE, there's no wrestling on the fucking show.
It seems that WWE don't even... Because they have ads in the middle of the matches.
Yes.
And AEW do that, but they do picture-in-picture.
Yeah.
But because they have...
WWE put an ad in the middle of Goldberg's retirement match.
So they don't care about that.
Yes.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm trying to get at. As a wrestling fan.
That's another interesting thing, actually, is Saturday Night's Main Event has been moved off network, CBS, and moved on to streaming.
Yeah.
So that was used to try and hurt All In. And it backfired so much that it's been moved off the bigger platform.
What platform is going to? ESPN?
No, it's on YouTube here. It's going to CBS's Peacock stream. Yeah, CBS own Peacock. So they're sticking it onto the streaming thing because it's not doing enough numbers for the time slot on a Saturday night on fucking TV.
NBC.
Is it NBC or CBS? I can't remember.
NBC.
So NBC is one of the major networks.
But what I'm saying is, so we're going, it's 3 million fucking viewers that Netflix are getting or whatever. But they're so aggressive now when it's coming to YouTube. Everything goes up on it. Every clip, everything. 100,000 views doesn't 100,000 views is a lot of fucking money.
Actually, I worked this out based on our metrics.
What?
100,000 views would make them.
Yeah.
Get this.
Jesus Christ. People are trying to listen to this.
112,000.
100,000 views gets you 112,000.
Yeah.
I don't believe so.
No, sorry. 12,000.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's different for different...
It's watch rates and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But like how many videos do you think that they put up that get 100,000 views?
Yeah.
Like a week, a day, a raw. You know what I mean? That is a serious amount of cha-ching.
No, not for them.
It fucking is, man.
No, because it also depends what country the views are coming from.
The vault is going up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're going.
Look, they are going to get money coming in from.
But like that's obviously that's obviously affecting their
partnerships.
Yeah, their numbers with Netflix and whatever. But Netflix seem happy. All these when I used to cut up the
we'll know
what
if
happened in the wrestling world, right?
Yeah.
WWE's fucking content always there. Anything I wanted, boom. I do it AEW's, not as much.
Hard to find. Why?
Harder to find.
Yeah. Why? They don't want to give it away for free.
I'm just saying, it seems like WWE's business. Like you look at, there's a guy, the United stand, Mark Goldbridge, Man United fan.
Yeah.
He's after getting rights to the Bundesliga.
That's insane.
Right? We're already getting live pay-per-views on YouTube and stuff. Yeah. That's a model that they're going to aggressively market, especially with that YouTube TV is there. You know what I mean? So YouTube, like you could have to pay a subscription for YouTube.
The money that comes in from that is
negligible. I know
in comparison to the contracts they're signing.
It is massive because the contract's already signed, so the revenue is fucking massive. And then for their next one, they can go, well, look at our streaming numbers, look at the amount of fans we have, more big money. Constant.
Can I just do the maths there on 100,000 views, right?
I think 12,000 is.
I think it's only 12,000.
That's not a lot. Like
that's the point. YouTube is fuck all.
100,000 view. It's not fuck all. Just type in 100,000 views amount. I hate silence on the podcast.
It's 1,258 for 100,000 views.
All right, yeah, but they're making how many fucking videos?
That's what I'm saying. So $1,000 to fucking WWE, though.
I don't know.
How? I'll check it this out. How?
100,000 can get you about 3,000, right?
$3,000.
Yeah. 1 million views can get you only 5,000. What the fuck? I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The ad thing on the money on YouTube is shit unless you have like an actual sponsor as well.
Yeah, I think they're fucking. They're aggressively going after
which I think is. But I think the reason they're doing that is so when they have their investors calls, they can talk about social media records and impressions.
But I think Triple H's booking is catered towards that.
Moments.
They said it themselves.
Yeah.
And social media impressions and that kind of stuff. I think it's vastly, whether that's coming from someone bigger than him saying we need to get X amount of impressions every fucking month. This is your target. Whether it's coming from Nick Khan saying that's how we spread the word of that, and that's where power dynamics come back into it.
And it's also
that is how it's a
share thing.
That is how it's affecting the on-screen product in 2025.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't disagree with any of that.
I fucking circled that back round into the power dynamics.
You did it, yeah.
It was good though, wasn't it? Because it makes sense.
It makes perfect sense, Sean.
All Elite Shane coming very, very soon. Where I'm going to whisper. I tried listening to you in the car coming back from Dublin on Monday, man. I barely hear you. Turned all the way up and everything.
I fucking edited the sound this week and all.
Speak fucking louder.
I edited the sound
when you're here, like you're really animated. Maybe that's what people like. Maybe
I need to bounce off someone.
No, you need to be like John Cena.
Oh, I need to cry when Enzo is doing his fucking entrance.
Fucking
that was
dweebs.
The worst
Dweebs.
Worst piece of wrestling content creation.
I was on another podcast. It's going to be released soon.
Your podcast cheating on us.
I'm podcast cheating.
What's the other podcast?
It's called the How Is He podcast. It's a sports podcast. They invited me on.
Ah, well, I know. It's not another wrestling podcast.
No, but I talked about wrestling. It was all about wrestling, really.
So it was another wrestling podcast?
No, it's a sports podcast. And the topic of discussion
was wrestling.
Was me.
Oh, right.
And my friend Frankie.
Okay. Where's this podcast based?
I was in Carlo last night.
So it's a Carlo-based podcast.
2 Carlo men, yeah. They asked me to come on.
seems like Shane is podcast cheating on
That's
us.
not coming out until September 10th, I think.
All right, so geez, they're well ahead of the game.
Yeah, they get stuff
Because
in
we
there.
do one on a Thursday, we release it on a Sunday.
But like, sometimes a Monday.
Yeah, when you want to go head to head with All Elite Morro, Monday nights, YouTube, 7:30.
No, because they normally record on Tuesday and put out on Wednesday, but like I train Mondays and Tuesdays, so they were like, all right, we'll record you on Wednesday.
We'll get one in the can. Do we have wrestling mobs coming here?
I we're trying to organise a day.
I know it's hard with where he lives, and
I was saying, like, he was like, what about
he'd have been great for this chat.
He was like, what about Sunday? This Sunday? And I'm like, oh, I'm training on Sunday. What about Thursdays? Oh, he's training on Thursdays. He does rugby. What about Friday? Oh, he's going to SmackDown. So it'd be cool to really chat to him.
Yeah. He'd be great for this, but he's also great for lots of other stuff. So,
what do you think of the topics lately? But they're a bit off the wall, aren't they?
We're kind of jumping all over the map. But then we were always jumping all over the map.
Yeah, I know.
Remember time we were going to do like we'll do one a month that's modern. We'll do one a month that's
a review show.
We'll do one legacy thing. We haven't done a legacy one in ages.
You want to do a legacy one? Comment down below. Who would you like to see us talk about?
Yeah,
what legacy?
Or whose legacy?
I think.
Can we not do it like as a chronological recap though? Because we kind of fell into that trap a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's hard not to, you know.
I know. Me and Dumpy have good discussions when it comes to that.
Can you just watch a load of All Japan and we'll just turn our podcast into...
I watched Vader and Kobashi there the other day.
How was it?
It's grand, yeah.
I watched Guardian Williams versus Misawa.
I do like a bit of Terry Gordy now.
Kawada last night. It was
Gordy and Misawa, that's a very fucking good match.
The actual best dynamic in the match was Gordy and Kawada. No. This match started with Misawa and Gordy absolutely beating the living shit out of each other.
Lovely.
It was fucking unreal.
The Misawa-thon will be coming very, very soon.
Oh, yeah. No, I have another 60 matches to watch.
It won't be coming very, very soon.
I'm 15 in or something.
Well, I wanted to say, because the topic...
Follow me on Twitter and get my thoughts as I'm going.
The topics give your Twitter plug.
At Morman, MORRMAN.
Like, the topics, I'm trying to, have somewhat kind of, if someone tuned in, in a year's time, they can go, does Bret Hart moan too much? Okay, I'll watch that one.
Yeah, that's kind of an everlasting one.
Evergreen,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Whereas, we did the Vince McMahon allegations documentary last year, and you're just like, there's a lot of stuff that has kind of come out.
It's kind of out of date already.
Yeah.
And same with review shows.
And that's why we stopped doing review shows. Plus, it forces having to fucking come down and talk about,
something that we watched that turned out to be shit.
That we hate.
Yeah. And it happened a few times this year.
Today's topic probably wasn't very wrestling. We didn't really talk about wrestling. We just talked about behind the scenes.
Yeah, but
we just gave out about it. We're not coming from a position.
I wasn't giving out about anything there. I'm fascinated by it.
We're not coming from a position of authority.
None of this was negative. And all of it is alleged.
Yeah.
But I think it's pretty fucking obvious.
It's fun to talk about.
And also, I don't like Triple H, so I'm happy to say nasty things about him. Although I did think the stuff about him looking like shit with his top off in
that
Greece.
Was bullshit, man.
The man is 50-something years of age and he had a heart attack. And he actually looks pretty good. If I looked that good at 50...
I like that good now.
Yeah, I'd be happy enough that actually, yeah.
Fucking paparazzi's scum.
Ah, yeah, fuck those guys.
Yeah,
I did find it funny though. Don't worry about the body sham, and you look good for your age.
I did find it funny though, the shorts that he wore. They had a picture of
2012.
He has the same shorts. I'm like, fucking class. Triple H ain't into fast fashion.
I fuck with that big time.
Nice one, bro.
Because I had a pair of swim shorts that I moved to Abu Dhabi with. And when I moved home,
made sure to bring them with
I
you.
Still had them.
You're still wearing them?
I'm wearing them right now.
You're going to do... I can smell it. You're going to do a Forbidden Door review?
Yeah.
Or preview?
Preview, not
Talk
live.
About evergreen content.
Yeah, not live. I'm just going to stick it up, little 20-30 minute preview.
Make sure it's in your little shitty playlist, All Elite Morro on YouTube. You can actually go and click on it and watch them all in chronological order if you want to fucking absolutely get your ears fucked off you.
The part of the problem with All Elite Morro is none of the content is evergreen.
But that's good though.
Because it's something different.
It's a new show. We're starting from humble beginnings.
And what also I want from it is I want it all recorded for posterity, so in the future I can say, I told you so. No,
but if you were to do that, you'd need to find the exact moment that you said it in the minute, because you don't do clips, son.
I don't know how to do clips yet.
I should bring down your laptop to show you.
Do you know what I did learn how to do is get DaVinci Resolve to put the camera or put the editing part in portrait. and not landscape. So
Change the aspect ratio.
I learned that. That took me fucking hours.
Congratulations, bro.
Like just that part.
That took you hours.
Editing software is fucking annoying.
You know what's really handy too?
What?
YouTube.
I had to watch 10 YouTube videos.
How to change the aspect ratio on DaVinci Resolve.
I didn't know what aspect ratio was called.
How to change
video
into portrait mode on DaVinci Resolve.
I didn't even think of portrait or nothing. Joe, I typed
That's what I'm dealing with. That's what I'm fucking dealing with.
I typed into YouTube how to make a TikTok video on DaVinci Resolve.
Class, Morro.
Yeah.
Deadly.
I'm a near 40-year-old man.
I know. I've done all me learning.
I have a master's in film studies and I don't know how to change aspect ratio.
I have a fucking law degree, man, and I could not tell you. Rylands and Fletcher, tort law represents son. That's about it.
Bird law.
Bird law. I'm fucking wrestling law.
Yeah, you know
wrestling
law.
court. We should do like a fucking quiz day or something.
I think we should do a quiz day.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
I think that'd be a right laugh.
So yeah.
Isn't there like a wrestling Monopoly game?
Sporicle. You can go on Sporicle.
Sparkle is deadly.
I do that all the time.
We should get a camera here, like pointing down at the table.
I'm just playing Monopoly.
Play Monopoly.
It'd be like the fucking view in a TLC match.
Yeah, the four of us.
Let us know if you wanted us to do a legacy podcast. Let us know who you'd like to hear. Ruben Hennessy knows that it pays well to say what you want, and then I'll go fucking do it, and I'll spend hours doing a Finn Balor booking him to SummerSlam.
Yeah, he asked for that, and we did it.
He asked for it.
Yeah, if you ask us to do shit, we'll probably do it.
Like, because
who's your favorite wrestler, and we'll do a legacy on him.
I'm not watching fucking like someone's gonna say Chris Benoit.
I'm not doing Chris Benoit. We're not doing that.
We might do it.
We
get Johnny Morse down here for that one.
Yeah, he'd be the man for that one.
Thanks very much for watching the Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show.
Like, subscribe, share.
Yeah,
all that stuff.
rate it on Spotify if you come across it.
Give us 5 stars there.
Yeah, please give us 5 stars. We have 20 reviews now, so don't sound too desperate because someone will do it. Like, subscribe, and comment below. It's really fun getting to read the
comments are my favourite part, actually.
It is. 'Cause we have a little community going now.
Yeah.
And it's fucking cool. And follow us on Instagram and TikTok. You'll see a lot of the stuff that he says gets taken wildly out of context.
I love it. I love it, though.
I just throw it up and everyone's like, oh, look at that. How much can he fucking know about fucking wrestling? Stupid purple
if you
WCW
actually
hat.
watch the full Bret Hart one, I'm effusive in my praise for him. And you took to 1 minute when I wasn't like
you
gushing
did, in fairness, say, and you can click.
Yeah,
this.
I knew it was clickbait.
A lot of the time, I like leave out my responses because I know it just makes him look dumber.
I actually voice noted in advance of that one, going, I think and because it is a genuine opinion of mine.
Yeah, I know.
But I said, I think I have an opinion that you can use as clickbait.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It worked. To a degree on TikTok, anyway.
Yeah, it worked on TikTok.
A lot of people, good few people on Instagram. We're just making. Do you think the negativity is turning people off us? Just like if they actually listen to it, we're quite lighthearted.
Of all wrestling podcasts, we're one of the most lighthearted.
Except your hatred for WWE.
Yeah, I hate all major corporations.
He does. He's a communist. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming down and celebrating with me.
Me and Stalin had a lovely time.
It's been a Wrestling Fan Wrestling Show on the Big Beefy Boy Shaz Beats. This is my fellow Old Buck in Morro. Stay safe, stay sane.